Welcome, Mid-Sussex Wargamers, to another Mid-Sussex Wargamers YouTube video. You're here with Sam and
Tom.
Hey, he's back! Hooray! Welcome back.
Thank you.
I did mean to do that video without you.
Oh, I miss it.
Yeah, we'll have to start doing more. Anyway, a very exciting video, or it might be exciting, I don't know.
A little bit exciting.
This is our tournament review of the Best Event Ever Part 2, which was this time last week.
On Saturday.
On
yes.
Saturday, yes, last Saturday. What was the Best Event Ever 2.0, Tom? Or Part 2?
It was a tournament.
It was a tournament. Well done. I'm glad to have you back.
Part of the GBHL League.
It was.
An important tournament.
It was an important tournament.
Good tournament.
It was a very good tournament. It was our third tournament this year. All three of which are sold out. Just saying. How many points was this tournament?
750.
It was. And was there any special rules?
You had to take 250 points. Your two models had to. Two most expensive models had to cost 250 points.
Or more. That is it. That is our special rule at East Grinstead. We like to see those big boys and those big toys. And, you know, we want to run bigger games. So, yeah, that's what we do. You basically have, in essence, a 500-point army, and then you whack in 250 points of the biggest and the best. You know, dragons, watch in the water. Trolls. Yeah, there was a lot of trolls. There was a lot of Hobbit trolls,
yeah.
As I'm sure we'll find out. This was last weekend at the Dorset Arms pub, run by myself and Craig, and it was very, very busy.
It was quite busy.
It was very busy. Unfortunately, I had to play, which I didn't. I was kind of hoping I didn't have to. No, unfortunately, someone had to pull out at the last minute, and I couldn't find anyone else at such short notice, so I played. So yeah, this will probably be quite long. Grab yourself a paintbrush, grab yourself a cup of tea, grab yourself a biscuit, and listen to us ramble on. So I think we'll start with the armies. What did you take, Tom?
My leader was the Witch King.
Was the Witch Felbeast? No, horse at least.
He was on foot.
Crown?
No crown.
No crown. Oh, basic Witch King.
No more blade. 2 might, 12 will, 2 fate.
Oh, so not powered up then.
No,
much.
100 points.
100-point Witch King. Okay.
And then second warband was the 3 trolls, William, Bert, and Tom.
Campfire?
No campfire.
No campfire. Okay.
Then third warband was the Goblin Scribe, and 11 goblins.
11. That's a funny number.
That's saving 4 points.
7 for point. Okay.
And then 2 identical warbands of Goblin Captain and 12 Goblin Warriors.
So you had that twice.
Yeah.
So you had about 30 Goblin Warriors, give or take, 3 Trolls and a Witch King.
Witch King, 2 Captains and Scribe. Yeah.
How come we didn't take the Goblin King? Because the Witch King isn't very themed, is he?
Because the Goblin King dies in the films, and then this is after that happens.
And the Witch King takes over.
Yeah. And
he decides he wants to live underground.
And he resurrects the trolls.
Fair enough.
From their stone.
From stone force.
Yeah.
Okay. And so coming into the event, how was you hoping it would do?
I was hoping I'd win more games than the previous tournament.
How many did you win then?
Last time I won 2.
You won 2. So he's going for 3 wins and 2 losses.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that.
We'll see.
We'll see how that progresses. So obviously, being told at 11 o'clock on Friday that I was having to play, I was like, okay, what shall I take? Now my immediate thought was, let's just take a fun all-hero monster army, channeling Joe Horsfall with a monster mash. I was debating. Basically, it was either going to be a Cave Drake, the 3 trolls,
Very good.
Troll Chief. Who else was it? I can't remember. There was another monster. It might have been a Mortal Troll, and basically Grishnak because I had 45 points. Yeah. And I was like, actually, I don't like that list. So I settled on my a Desolation of Erebor list. So Thorin. Who did I have? I had Thorin with 12 Erebor Dwarves. I had Thrain with 12 Erebor Dwarves, and one of them had a banner and a spear and a shield. And basically, they were my 2 biggest heroes. I did have Dwalin, but then I realised I'd disobey my own special rule.
Which is?
250 points, big heroes. Because I had Thorin and Dwalin, and they're 200 points each, or in total. So I was like, I'll say Thrain. Okay. He was quite good. And I also had Barlin with 2 Grimhammers and 2 Dale Bowmen because I had points spare.
Okay.
And then I also had Girion with a bow and 12 Dale Warriors. 8 of those had Spear and Shield, 4 had bow. Never used Girion competitively. Haven't used my Dale competitively actually. And I thought, you know what, they look quite nice. Something different. And I'm not trying to win my own tournament, so I might as well take some fun stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, that was my list. Again, 27 Warriors of Erebor, 12 Warriors of Dale, a couple of Grimhammers, some beefy heroes. Thorin had Orcrist and the Oaken Shield. Yes, I know that's not themed, but that's what he's armed with. I've him converted with both, so that's what he's having. So yeah, that's my army. That's my 749 points. And I wasn't hoping for many wins.
At least one.
Yeah, at least one. But then when I was literally playing for fun.
Yeah.
I wasn't. If I lost till 5, I wouldn't be too fast. When I did the first tournament, when was it? February last year, when we did the first best event ever, I played, and I played competitively and tried to run it, and it just gets too stressful because at the end of each game, you're trying to finish it, and then people are giving you results, and you're trying to input it, and trying to get ready for the next game, and because of aforementioned problems of
running out of
time constraints, I was kind of like, right, this has got to, I got to finish each game on time. So I was like, I'll take an army that will do well, but it will die if need be. It can all die. So yeah, game one was Warganation. The special scenario. You should all know what Warganation is by now. If not, ask on the Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
I might PDF that.
And
the rules, yeah. Just Warganation and publish it for all you lovely people to play. So yeah, Warganation first up. Who was you playing?
Game was Camille Demansky.
Good mate, Camille.
Our good friend.
Yes. Regular club member now. He's coming quite a bit.
Grinstead Wargaming Club. No.
Mid Sussex.
Mid Sussex Wargaming
Club. Boo. We encompass all of Sussex.
All of Sussex is welcome to attend.
Yes, it's not just East Grinstead.
And his army was also Goblin Town and 3 Trolls.
There was one difference, wasn't there?
There was one difference. He took the Goblin King, whereas I had the Witch King, and he also had a Moria Shaman.
Yeah, cheese.
But he has converted.
He has converted it.
A nice Goblin
Town Goblin, yeah.
Which
Yeah, I've seen it. It looks good.
Yeah.
And he's also, if I remember correctly, hasn't he given most of them axes as well?
There are more than usual with axes.
That's cheese, Camille. That's cheese. A shaman and axes. Tap, tap, tap. So anyway, enough about cheese.
Yeah.
How did the game go?
The game went well. We both deployed our trolls up front, and so we had kind of a mirror match between the 3 trolls.
Yeah, I do remember looking over, because I was on the table just in front of you.
Yeah.
Looking over and going, whose goblins are who?
Yeah.
I don't know who's winning. It was literally just a smush of goblins. There was just, what was it, about 60 goblins on the board?
And more than that.
At least 60 goblins. And then 3 trolls all just palming each other off, bouncing off each other.
And it was fairly even in terms of combat, because I was using the Witch King to immobilise one enemy.
Yeah. So what, was you prioritising trolls or the Goblin King, or was it just whoever?
Prioritising trolls.
Yeah.
And then the Goblin King was slightly further back, so I didn't have to worry about him initially. But the useful thing I had to my advantage was the scribe.
Did Camille have the scribe?
Camille did not have the scribe.
He did not have the scribe. Why did
you
you not take the scribe in Goblin Town army?
The shaman instead. So.
Quick side note, there's a sheet lob outside my window. Can you see it through the blinds?
No.
This is totally pointless for the video, you can't see it, but I can just see there's a massive spider web and there's this gigantic spider. Anyway, carry on. Camille has no scribe.
No scribe, so my goblins could arrive from the board edges, which is the same as the wargs.
So the goblins would arrive and then the wargs would charge them?
Yes.
Nice.
So only I fought the wargs, basically.
Nice.
And so I edged a win in that game.
You edged a win?
by only actually killing 3 or so wargs.
Wow.
But it was.
I think that was the least amount of wargs killed. If I remember rightly, I think you killed. That was like the lowest, apart from like a 0-0.
Oh.
That was the lowest scoring.
There were 6 on the board, but I couldn't kill them with goblins.
So you didn't get the chief. The chief never came on either.
He never arrived. No.
She never arrived.
She.
Yeah.
Female chief.
Female chief. Yeah, chiefs are always dominant.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
Anyway, so whose trolls won? What happened with the trolls? I want to know what happened in the troll face-off.
It was pretty even. We all used up all our might and will and things.
Yeah.
But I broke Camille's army, and then all 3 of his trolls ran away.
Oh.
I think I remember.
I was hoping you'd say like Bert killed Tom, and then his Tom killed your Bert, and then
Sadly
they all legged it.
Legged it, yes.
Okay, so a win, a 3-0 win.
Yeah.
1 out of 3.
Yeah.
Good win. Happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad. My first game was against. Ooh, who was my first game against? Ooh, is it Thomas Williams? I think I played him first. Possibly.
What was his army?
He had Gondor.
Okay.
Yes, he did. It was Thomas Williams because I remember what happened now.
Okay.
It's all come rushing back. He had Boromir, Captain of the White Tower, with horse and lance.
Banner?
No banner.
No banner.
Faramir shield. Faramir had heavy armor, lance, shield. And then he had some Fountain Court, some Rangers. He had Baragons. And we was playing on a board that basically had a big hill in the middle. It was a realm of battle with all 4 tiles pressed together. All 4 hilly tiles, should I say.
Okay.
I had Girion and his archers standing in some ruins, basically with 360 view, which will come in very handy later.
Nice, yeah.
And then basically I had Thorin kind of this side of the hill, and then I had Thrain down off the hill, running through some trees with his warband.
Okay.
No, sorry, I didn't play Thomas Williams first. I played Larry.
Okay, Larry.
Larry Miller and his Thorin's company. That's who I played first. Sorry, Tom. I played you. When did I play him? What did I play him at?
Later.
I played him later. I think it was Whole Ground. Anyway, maybe I'll have to run upstairs and check my laptop. I played Larry first for the Thorin's company.
Mm-hmm.
It's always good. He had Thorin, Dwalin, Keeley, the one with the bow, Dory, Nori, Gandalf, and Invisible Bilbo. Invisible Bilbo. Gandalf channeled Blinding Light, which was a pain because I couldn't shoot him. Thrain was a beast. He killed 5 members of Thorin's company.
Oh wow! What's his stats like?
Well, he's exactly the same as Thorin, which is why no one ever takes him. But when you've already got Thorin, and you can't take Dwalin because of some stupid rule, he's the next best thing. And I mean, Gandalf immobilised him for a couple of turns, but then Thorin arrived, so Gandalf kind of ignored Thrain, and Thrain went on a murderous rampage. Who did he kill? He killed Gloin, Nori, Dory, Keeley, and did he kill anyone else? He might kill someone else, but in consecutive turns, that's
pretty good.
Because especially if he's going 2-handed as well with his hammer, not axe. That's annoying. I wish he had an axe. He'd be strength 8 Thrain or 7 Thrain plus 1 wound. But yeah, going 2-handed just absolutely opened up any amount of dwarven armour. Girion and the archers were shooting any warg. Basically, I was placing the wargs on my back table edge and then running them towards the incoming bow fire. Got a couple that way. Larry was doing the other side, sending them into Dwalin. And there was one turn, I can't remember how far in it was, but Dwalin was on 1 warg, and then Keeley was surrounded by 6 Dale, and Dwalin was like, well, caught combat. Wins the fight against the warg, rolls to wound. What's he needing to? So, strength 5, defense 4, 4 plus 1. Yeah, he needs 3s to wound. He only goes and #boshes it and rolls triple 1 to wound this warg. Luckily, it didn't make too much difference. Keeley ended up winning the fight with his higher fight value and survived against 6 Dale. But that was quite funny, quite early on, wasting a might point to not kill a warg. But that kept swinging. You know, there'd be a turn where the Wargs would wound or kill whoever they're fighting, and then there'd be another turn where we'd kill them quite quick.
So you got the chief on?
Yeah, the chief come on about turn 4 or 5, quite near the end. Because obviously I was having to run dealing with rules queries and whatnot. I must say thank you. I'll say it in advance. Thank you to all my opponents who were very gracious in either A, waiting for me to come over and start playing, or B, waiting for me while I was dealing with rules queries. Because I probably used up an entire game's worth of time running around helping other people. But most of them won anyway, so I don't think they can complain too much. So anyway, slowly worked my way through Thorin's company. There was one turn where I managed to kill 4 or 5 Wargs somehow and just snatched the lead from Larry, which then brought on the chief, and I then wounded the chief in the preceding shooting in the next shooting phase.
And did you kill the chief?
I didn't kill the chief. Annoyingly, the 2 5s were with Bowman instead of Girion, who would have burnt his mic.
So did you win?
I think I ended up winning. I think it was 9-7, and that was just on wild kills because neither our leaders were wounded, and I'd broken him as well. No, I hadn't. I was one off breaking him. He had one more dwarf. Who was it? Ori? I think Ori was still alive
with his sling.
With his slingshot, and Thrain couldn't quite get to him. So good win. Great game against Larry. It's always good fun seeing, quite good fun playing against Thorin comes. Seeing Thorin versus Thorin and Thrain versus Thorin. My Thrain had obviously gone mad by that point. He'd been driven mad by the Necromancer.
And cloning Thorin.
And Thorin had been cloned by the Necromancer.
Oh.
It was Ghost Thorin. Needed Ghost Alfred. Anyway, on to game 2, which was Domination.
Domination, yeah.
Yes.
5 objectives.
5 objectives. Yeah, I like Domination. It's probably one of my favourite ones. It's quite tactical.
Yeah, it's good.
And one failed courage test can change the entire game. Oh, he's failed. I'm now losing. Whoops. So who did you play game 2?
I played James.
Rohan.
Rohan fame.
GBHL James, who we aspire to be like.
Do we?
We aspire to be like GBHL, not just James.
Okay.
Out of us 2, who would you say? Out of all 4 GBHL hosts? No, we won't do that. We'll save that for another time. Yeah. So you played James and his all-mounted Rohan. No surprise there. Was it all-mounted?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
It was Aemir and Sons of Eorl.
Of course.
Eowyn and a couple of Royal Guard, a couple of Red Shields.
Yeah. I also played James.
Erkenbrand.
Jerkenbrand. With his stupid courage.
Yeah.
And he had Outriders as well, didn't he?
Oh, yeah,
I think he had 4 mounted Outriders.
I
think he had like 7 Sons of... Oh, brutal.
Yeah.
So you played the King of Rohan.
Yes.
How did you do?
We were playing on the nice Gondor table. With
the Minas Tirith board.
Yeah.
Rick, crazy Rick.
Crazy Rick
with his amazing Minas Tirith. We got a lot of compliments on that.
That's good.
Side note tangent, next year we will be doing a Siege of Minas Tirith at some point.
As a big game.
Excuse me. Yes, as a big game. If you've been following the Facebook page for a while, I think it was last year, Damien did a Siege of Helm's Deep up at Titans. Because they got some massive, spectacular, huge Helm's Deep board. Obviously, so I quite like to do a Minas Tirith one, so keep an eye out for that. Anyway, it is going to be good. Back to your game.
So the main feature of the board is obviously the big cliff on one side. Yeah,
so you've got the kind of the levels of Minas Tirith here, haven't you? With kind of impassable buildings.
Yeah.
This was just scenic. You couldn't go in here, and then you got like the big rock coming out in the middle, and then more buildings this side, and then you've got basically a courtyard, and then a road kind of goes along, and a couple of buildings scattered around. It looked very cool.
Yeah, it's good.
Pictures on the Facebook page.
And our objectives were pretty spread out.
Was it the standard 5-star?
Yeah.
One in the middle, 2 and 2?
5-star, yeah. And so both deployed quite centrally.
Mm.
The Witch King was behind one of the houses, and then the trolls were to his right, and then goblins following them, and then the Rohan opposite deployed Oakenbrand sort of in a flanking position.
Yeah.
And Éomer and Éowyn were in a aggressive position for
right at the front, ready to
charge,
ready to mow down some goblins.
So first turn was quite impressive from the Rohan.
Was it?
They killed 10 goblins
Wow.
off one charge with Éowyn and
That's brutal. So was that on the charge, combat charge, or
Yeah.
shooting?
charging.
Charging. Oh, James charged first turn.
He did charge first turn.
Wow. I must admit,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my shock face. He charged? What? Hang on. It's more shock that he charged, let alone charge in first turn.
Which,
He who kites the board.
I didn't expect, to be honest.
No, probably except for sounded like the goblins didn't expect it either.
No.
They were so shocked that the horses charged in, they all just killed over and died.
Yeah, it was a pretty good move.
Mm.
And it's interesting to read his article in the
The SBG magazine.
SBG magazine. And
I should have. If you'd
yeah.
said you was going to mention that, I could have been like,
plug.
promo,
Yeah.
plug for Damien.
Um,
I have got it upstairs. Very good
and,
read.
Yeah. And it's interesting how he uses heroic combats
Mm.
to rack up the kills.
Yeah, I noticed that. More on that later.
It's a good tactic.
Yeah.
So, but turn 2, I got some of my trolls
Yeah.
involved, and I dismounted Éomer
Nice.
with a throw,
That's always a good
So that was
thing
good.
to do. Yeah.
and I managed to sort of slingshot the trolls off into more riders.
Nice. What, with barging or combats?
With a couple of barges
Oh, nice.
and a couple of combats.
I hope you barged everything into everything so it all then fell over.
Not much.
Not much?
But barging is a good tactic, which
It's good for clearing space. That's what
I
I
hadn't
found.
used it before, so
There you go.
it's good.
Learn something new every day.
And it's useful having the Witch King to sort of combo with
Yeah.
doing some immobilising and
Yeah, having a spellcaster at any points level is
yeah,
is incredibly handy.
it's useful.
If you've watched episode 5 of the Palantir, they
Oh.
go on at length about magic. I know Jamie's a big fan of magic as well.
Yeah.
It does. If your big hero can't do anything, then what's the point of having them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
If you shut down their leader and they can't do anything, then they might as well not have that big leader.
Yeah.
I do like spellcasters. Anyway,
But in summary, lots of goblins were dying.
yeah,
I was bringing more on the board as well to
Mm.
try and hold objectives.
yeah,
But the Rohan moved so fast.
yeah. That's what I found with Rohan.
They sort of outmaneuvered me towards the end of the game
Yeah.
and got on the objectives. I did manage to break Rohan though,
Did you?
without
Well done.
being broken, so that was good.
Nice.
And in the end, I just lost out on the objectives because I think one of my captains, and his goblin friend got mowed down by
Oh.
son of Eowyn
Oh, no. That's not good.
sitting on the objective.
Ooh.
So
Basically, James had more objectives than you.
he snatched the win.
Can you remember which points were?
6-5.
6-5. Yeah, I remember it. I remember James afterwards going, "You absolutely mullered me,"
Yeah.
but somehow I still won.
The trolls did well, but
Yes. Yeah, monsters v cavalry are
Yeah,
very,
it's
very
good.
good.
but
We-
I got outmaneuvered,
Yeah.
and the goblins died.
But they're only defence 3, aren't they? So
Yeah.
they're going to die in droves. Game 2. Who did I play game 2? I played GBHL Damien.
Ah,
Damien O'Byrne.
with his
With his Ferrurkers.
nasty,
His
ferrets.
nasty Ferrurker list. Yeah.
Mm.
He'd just been ahead. That was a very tense game.
So
I was
he
watching. Yeah.
feeling
He was on a high. And also, I had a 100% win record against him with my Erebors. He'd never beat my Erebors with his Ferals.
Nice.
Not anymore, though.
Spoiler.
Spoilers. Yeah. Again, it was a pretty standard.
5-star.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And basically, we started about an inch away from each other.
Yeah.
We literally both deployed on the centre line.
Uh-huh.
He had Vraskins and crossbows, just sitting back a little bit in between two objectives, and I Gearin and Dale the other side. Yeah. So yeah, first first turn, everything just goes smack.
And he had
Saruman and Grima.
Well. What did Saruman do?
Lots.
Lots.
Also, I don't like Grima. He is a right pain in the backside.
What does Grima do?
He basically turns any 3 might hero into a 1 might hero, because when you spend a point of might, if Grima's within 6, you have to double it to 2.
Okay.
And he had conveniently put him in range of Thrain, Thorin, and Girion.
Oh.
So the only might I could use without having to spend double was Balin, who was like down here, hiding. So basically, I was just, for the entire game, I was restricted for heroic moves and all sorts. But Saruman proved again how useful magic is, but this time not with immobilising, but with Sorcerer's Blast.
Oh, yeah.
Every turn, blasting a dwarf down through some dwarves and knocking everyone over. I don't think he ever killed that many. But it was just having those dwarves on their backsides, and then having, I was always having to shield. And even if I was winning, I was getting up but not killing. Yeah. It took me like 2 or 3 turns to kill more, a feral.
How much will does he use?
Two
for each cast?
It depends. At the start, he was using 2. And then when it didn't matter as much, he was just throwing 1. I think. Yeah. But I think there was only 1 or 2 turns where he failed to cast. But in the first shooting phase, he had 4 crossbows who fired at 4 Dale archers, and he killed every single one of them.
Oh, they're defense 4. Right?
Defense 4, yeah. Pinned them to the tent they were guarding, which wasn't good. And then it was literally a slugfest. It was literally slogging it out. There was one feral that Thrain was fighting, who passed 5 fury in a row.
Whoa.
And behind this feral was Saruman. And I could not get past this one feral
to get
at Saruman. And when I did kill him, Saruman rode away on his horse, blasting as he went. Damien very cleverly avoided the heroes with Saruman, because obviously they could resist it. One highlight of the game, there was a Grimhammer who charged into Thryden, who was mounted, and killed his horse. That was amazing. I was like, I think that makes the thrown weapons worth it across all 5 games by killing Thryden's horse, because that means he doesn't get knocked down, which means he's not getting potentially 6 attacks to.
Is he burly?
He's not burly, but he doesn't have to go two-handed to get access to his stupid special rule. Unlike the Knight of the White Tower, who has to go two-handed to use to get his double wounds. But Balin got berserkered. Thorin was fighting a feral. Thorin and the Spearman was fighting a feral in a heroic combat and failed. Basically, I rolled a 5. Berserker rolls a 6. Check to see where Grima is, just in the 6 inches. No might left. Excuse me. Not enough to win it. Yeah. Again, Saruman's in range.
Yeah.
So fail that. It was a long hold slog. Eventually, not being able to use any might really cost me, because I didn't win priority for about four turns, and he was able just to pick his fights and whatnot. And eventually, I think the game ended, and he had all but 1 objective. Leader was still fine. Obviously, I was broken, and it was something stupid like 17-0. Okay. But it was closer than it seemed. He wasn't too. He had to work for every single kill. He hadn't just completely rolled over me. We played right up until time. It was a very, very good game. Against Damien, it always is. You got to watch his casual cheating though. Moving in heroic moves stuff out of 6 or stuff that's not even in 6 to start off with.
Who would do that?
Yeah, who would do that?
I'd never do that.
Tom. But he always notices. Goes, oh, hang on, let me move that back. Yeah. And it's all good. I pick him up and I pick it up. But yeah, Thrain, apart from that one feral who wouldn't die, did all right. Thorin spent most of the time on his backside. He kept having dwarves blasted at him. Yeah. And I was desperately trying to get him into combat with Thryden by the end of it, just to kill a hero. Girion lasted until the last turn, I think, against Vrasku. before he fell surrounded by several ferals. So yeah, another loss, but 1 win, 1 loss, not too bad.
So same as you.
Yeah, both equal. Not that we're competing in any way. Definitely not. And after that was lunch, wasn't it?
Yes.
Now, considering that the pub wanted us to be on time and be out by 7 o'clock, at this point it's out at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
The food wasn't out as quickly as I thought it would be.
No.
Because I said to him at 1 o'clock, when Richard the manager came out and said, "When do you want lunch?" I said, "Right, 1 o'clock." And the second game finished at 10:02. I thought, perfect, plenty of time for people to have a quick chat, have a break, go downstairs, and at 1 o'clock, out comes the food. I don't think the food started coming out until about 1:10.
Yeah, and it didn't all come out.
And it didn't come. Well, I don't expect it to all come out at once, but I did expect it to at least be, have some
order,
have some out there. And of course, when we're to a tight schedule, and I kind of need lunch to finish at 1:30.
Yeah.
When the last plate of food doesn't arrive till 1:25, it's not that great. I'm just gonna shut the door. My sister's just right to see. Oh. Sorry about that. Rude family. How dare they come back?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was. I mean, the food was very nice. Again, there's always one meal that goes awry. It was Kieran's this time. Last time it was Hector's.
Yeah.
And it's always a burger. It's always like, I swear someone just must be one of the chefs that says, "I'm hungry." He eats the burger. So that delayed just a little bit. I don't think we ended up starting till 1:45, which, considering we're supposed to finish at 1:30, was quite bad. But they are doing 22 mil, so we did. We're filming. We're filming. That's Dad. Interrupting.
Open the window.
Yeah, the window is open. I'm worried that Sheilob's going to come in a minute. Actually, yeah, still out there. So yeah, I get that it's, there's a lot of people, and it was quite busy actually. I guess normally on a Sunday it's not that busy in there, but it was Saturday lunchtime. I suppose I'll speak to him tomorrow. See what he says.
Yeah.
But he had enough notice. I guess he could have, started. I'd have rathered that the food, he'd had to come up and go, right, we're serving now, and I've had to push everyone down, and everyone down there sitting there, in essence, wasting time.
Yeah.
Knowing that I really need to stay on track, and with him knowing that, I'm running it tight. It's got to be to the minute. But
military operation.
Yeah, it had to be, but it wasn't. But yeah, lunch was very nice. It all came out. We kind of scrapped best army at lunch because we ran out of time. So we just basically said to everyone, just go and have a look around when you've got 5 minutes, and come and tell me and Craig at the end. So did you enjoy your food?
Yes.
What did you have?
I had the cod and chips.
Cod and chips. A lot of people like cod and chips.
Pretty standard.
Pretty standard cod and chips.
Yeah.
Nothing too special. Decent pub grub.
Yeah.
I had Hunter's chicken. That was after running round for nearly 4 hours. It was much needed. So yeah, game 3, hold ground. Who did you play?
I played George Seymour. And his Harad.
Filthy, cheesy Harad.
It was quite filthy.
It is filthy. I've played that several times. He's like, I want to bring a fun list. Turns out we watched Zakana.
So it was Watch Zakana, the fat guys.
Yeah, the Bracken fat men.
The Terror people.
Black Numenorians. Yeah, he likes them.
And the Harad Ringwraith on Felbeast.
Knight of Umbar.
The other one.
Betrayer?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, he likes the Betrayer. He rates him highly. I know a lot of people don't, because he doesn't have that much will and he's no way of regaining it. Yeah. But George seems to rate him. Yeah. And he always does quite well against me. So.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
He's good. So.
What board was you playing on? Did you get to play on a nice variety of boards?
It was the grassy board with hills and hedges. And Radagast's house.
Radagast, yes. The pre-Necromancer Mirkwood board, we'll call that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
so this was the one where everyone was trying to get in the middle to
Yeah.
hold the centre.
Well, you've got the Maelstrom of Battle where you can come on any board edge, and then you've got one point in the middle where everyone's sort of trying to get to.
Yeah, this was a difficult one for my goblins.
Yeah, I can imagine.
As they each came on half of each board edge, so they're sort of separated a bit.
So, did you get to place all your warbands, or did George get them?
I got half, I think.
Okay.
But the trolls were delayed.
Oh, that's never good.
Which wasn't good. And
You didn't think about using might?
No.
I suppose you have to use all of them to get them on where you pick,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
So, but then his warbands came on, and 2 warbands sort of followed the Witch King on,
Nice.
which wasn't good. So,
Oh, because the Witch King's an independent warband, isn't he?
yeah.
So he come on by himself.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the Felbeast came on the opposite side, sort of threatening my flank. And then the Mahud. He also had Mahud.
Yeah, George he has a lot of Mahud.
Yeah.
Did he have camels this time?
He had the king on the camel.
King on camel.
And most of the game I spent running my goblins away from the Haradrim.
Was you playing Benny Hill music at the same time?
Yeah.
Nice.
And so George got to the middle first.
Yeah, because he's moving quicker.
He's moving slightly quicker, and my goblins got stuck behind a hedge.
Nice.
And then once in the middle, I got my trolls on eventually.
Yeah.
So they did quite well against the Harad, apart from the Felbeast, which charged into Tom.
He's the one that squashes them into jelly.
Squashing one.
Squash him into jelly one.
And did 3 wounds on the first combat first round of combat for them.
Tom did 3 wounds, or
No.
the Felbeast did 3 wounds?
He took 3, so he lost. I lost.
You lost Tom?
Yeah.
Ooh. Ow.
That was bad.
Oh, yes, that's bad. Ow.
Yeah.
Did he immobilise him first, or just charge
Yeah.
him? Oh, yeah, okay.
3 dice immobilised.
That's slightly better.
And in the end, I ran out of time to sort of try and shift the Haradrim from the centre.
But did you not have weight of numbers? Or did
No.
you not have enough numbers?
I was outnumbered by the Haradrim.
You was outnumbered?
Despite having 30 goblins.
Wow.
So...
That's poor showing.
Yeah. I eventually got his Felbeast down to 1 will point with using the Witch King to drain will.
Sap will.
Sap will.
You didn't fancy channeled Sap will at him then?
I used my might to escape the Harad. So
Fair enough.
George played a good game.
Yeah, I've found that when I play George, he's quite tactically.
He knew.
He knows how to play Harad quite well.
Yeah.
He's another one of my nemesis.
Yes.
With Kieran.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
And so he got a good win.
He got the win.
He had
PPs.
about 20 guys in the middle compared to my 10 or so.
Well, I'm surprised. I thought Golden Town would have done quite well at whole ground.
Yeah.
You just run them into the middle and just put everything in the middle and just let him kill you.
I never did a heroic march, which I should have done at least 2 or 3 of.
Yeah,
so that's my game.
So 1 win, 2 losses.
So far, yeah.
With 2 games still to go.
Yeah.
Okay. I played GBHL James. Mr. Rohan. I've only ever played him competitively once before. I think I've only ever played him once, and that was at Longbottom.
Yeah.
Which way had all Rivendell Knights, and he just basically ran away the entire game.
And shot you.
And shot me, yeah.
And then
he
drowned in a river or
and,
something.
well, no, I tried to drown myself in the river, but my hunters ended up having a pool party. And I said before it wasn't particularly fun. But this time, he kind of acknowledged that, and instead of playing it proper competitively and just kiting my poor dwarfs, basically he come on one side, on his board edge, and Erkenbrand didn't. He had Boromir of Gondor as well, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he had Boromir.
Basically, Erkenbrand and Boromir didn't come on.
Yeah.
So Aemir and Eowyn go charging towards the middle, and then when it's my turn, he then places one of my warbands behind him, just so that I have to fight through him. And then I proceed to roll, and I get to place all my warbands. So I placed them all behind him. So there's a line of Rohan here, and then there's a big line of dwarves here. And fair play to James, he could have just ran into the middle and sat there shooting me as I ran. Probably wouldn't have done much because I would have hid behind my defence 7. But fair play to him. He went, you know what? I quite fancy a fun game. You know, chance. You know, I'm going to leave 4 guys in the middle, and then they're just going to charge everything else in. Bang. You know, and again, a massive slog. First turn, Aemir went into Thrain. Took 4 wounds off him. First turn. So I had to use. Basically, by the end of it, I was out of fate and had 2 wounds. And that's how he stayed for the entire game.
Really?
Yeah, Thrain's tank.
Yeah. Has he got a shield?
He hasn't got a shield. He's too expensive as he is. I wouldn't pay for it. Well, the defence 9, maybe. So it basically on this bottom board edge, there was just a big scrap. My dwarves never got off the board edge, basically. More like they got 5 inches on. And yeah, we literally just duelled it out. Thorin was kind of up this side, and then there was Giri and his Dell in the middle, and then there was Thrain and his dwarves. And Barlin kicking around. No one cares about Barlin. I kept forgetting about him.
Do you use his priority, you think?
Occasionally. If you roll a 1, your opponent rolls a 2, it's quite good. But then if you roll a 1, your opponent rolls a 6, you're like,
not much
it's probably not worth it. If you desperately need it and you've got no other option, then I'd throw it. A couple of times it's worked out. It is quite good when you're thinking about heroic move. You go, Barlin will spend point of will to reroll. You win it, and the opponent goes, oh, I didn't want to call a heroic move, and then they have to burn the might. But no, we had a really good game. Long hard slog. Took Thorin a couple of turns to make his way over, because obviously he started down on the flank, and obviously lots of Sons of El charging in everywhere. I killed quite a few. I was able, because second turn, it was basically heroic move off. He won, charged into Thrain. But then he couldn't get my Dale. So my Dale then led by Girion. He had a heroic counter charge, trapping everything. Have Sons of El fight 4 a pain. Because there'd be a lot of times where on 3 dice he'd roll a 6, and I'd have charged in like 7 guys, and then I lose a roll off, and they'll go, no, fall over. But no, Boromir came on from this board. Basically, everything came on from this board edge, bar Urk and Brand, who come on from the top board edge, then ran into the middle, left some guys there, then charged in. Who killed who? Thrain killed Eowyn. Absolutely butchered Eowyn. Who else? I think he only had 3 heroes. No, 4 heroes.
Boromir.
Yeah, Boromir.
I managed to kill.
Boromir.
I
think Thrain. I don't think Thrain killed Boromir, but I think he did a couple of wounds. But I completely forgot it was Boromir of Gondor, and then went for his horse for 1 turn, and obviously rolled a 6 to kill it, and then I think Thrain had done 2 wounds, but he has no fate, and I completely forgot this. I was like, if I kill his horse, he can't charge me. Whereas if I'd just gone, I'll just kill Boromir.
Kill the rider.
Yeah, just kill Boromir. He was a pain in the backside with his. I think he spent 1 to come on where he wanted, so he had 5. But even so, he after 2 or 3 turns, he had complete control of the board. But no, it was good. Dueling, and it kept swinging. Basically, I had to break him and kill his leader quite quickly, and then hope that it would end before being broken. Because I think then we worked out that I may have snuck a draw, but obviously because he wounded Thrain, that was always going to be quite hard. Thorin didn't die though. Thorin and Thrain didn't die. Basically, in the last turn, to get a draw, I had to kill Aemir. And basically shoot out 2 of his guys on the objective, which obviously didn't happen. He didn't kill Thrain. It was all kind of excuse me, still in the back end of a cold, sore throat. I'm not infectious anymore. I've not got Ebola. I might summon a waiter in a minute to bring me a drink. Maybe we'll pause it and we'll get refreshments. Yeah, that's yours. So anyway, last term was quite anticlimactic. Was like, we'll save Aemir and Thrain till last, all this, and then basically nothing happened. They all just kind of slapped each other in the face, and that was game. It was 9-7, 7-6. Yeah, it was quite close in VPs. Yeah, but it was good to actually have a game with him.
Yeah.
You know, rather than just chases, because he could have quite easily and well within his rights. You know, just ran away from the dwarves and kept shooting me.
Yeah.
You know, for an hour and 25 minutes, and then with 5 minutes to go, run everything on the objective. But no, credit to him. Thank you, James, for actually letting me roll some dice. So yeah, it was good fun. I enjoyed that.
And then
Just 1 win, 2 loss, so we're on the same again.
Yeah.
Again, we're not competing.
ready for game 4.
Ready for game 4, which was Lords of Battle. Yes, because To the Death was last.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lords of Battle, game 4. Just on the side note, it was getting very tense up top. Basically, I think Callum and Damien were playing for. They were both on max wins. Basically, then both on 3 wins each.
Yeah. Whoever won that was
in a very good position going into game 5. Ed had recovered from his first round loss to Damien and was quite close behind. So yeah, it was all looking quite tense at the top as well.
Good.
And we were about 10 minutes behind schedule, which wasn't good.
Okay.
But we'll get more on that later.
Yeah.
Let's get into Lords of Battle game
Lords of
4
Battle.
versus
So I was playing James with his high elves.
James Watt.
James Watt.
James Watt. I've seen him a few tournaments now.
With nice red high elves.
Yes, he had
cloaks.
Rivendell Nice, didn't he?
And he had.
Oh, he had.
The converted.
Yes, he converted
Glorfindel.
Glorfindel Gilgalad. He sent.
Which were very good conversions, which I didn't notice because they were so good.
Yeah, he
I thought they were
sent me a picture of him about a week before, and it was literally just a plastic Rivendell Knight with a metal head, you know, like Glorfindel's head stuck on it. I was like, he made an effort, and then when he showed me the real thing, I was like, yeah, they look good.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, you can have them at my tournament. That's a good conversion. And I think he kept the Knight Lance and was using that as Aglos, which actually looked better. But yeah, no, well done, James. Very good conversions. They look very nice. He did get a couple of best painted votes as well. I think he got 2 or 3, which ain't too bad. Anyway, Lords of Battle.
So he had 3 warbands, I think.
Yes.
So
Playing
Glorfindel,
with the river.
Gilgalad, and
I'm just going to drop. We've just played a game and was using these river sections that Rick made for us. Tom keeps fiddling with them.
Sorry.
Yeah, ruining my river sections.
I can't remember his 3rd hero. Would it be?
I guess just a captain.
Oh, it's Arrestor with the throwing daggers.
Yes, it might well be.
I think that's it.
To be honest, normally when I'm not playing, I get to walk around and have a look at all the armies, but because I was crazy. I'm crazy stressed and crazy busy. I didn't get a chance to have a look at half of them, which is a shame because there were some really nice ones there.
And his warbands were 4 swordmen, 4 spear and shield, and 4 bow.
Yep.
So he had the archery advantage.
Yep.
And initially, I deployed quite heavily on the left flank. I put the trolls and the Witch King all on his left against Glorfindel, I think.
Yeah.
And then Gilgalad and Arrestor were in the middle against the Horde of Goblins.
The Horde of Goblins. See, because Lord of Battle isn't really that good for Goblins, is it?
No.
Because you've got lots of Goblins, lots of VPs on offer for your opponent.
Yeah.
Was that the case?
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
So he shot a few Goblins down and sort of backed away a bit.
Yeah.
And my Goblins are following him, chasing.
They just ran screaming towards the line of elves.
I think I should have heroic marched, but I always kind of forget about that.
Yeah, it's one of those. That and heroic shoot, people always forget about. No, heroic accuracy. People always kind of forget exists because in most games they don't tend to have that much advantage. But then if you use it right, like Kieran's a big fan of heroic accuracy. Like if he wants your banner dead, he'll call heroic accuracy and fire everything at the banner, and it'll be dead. He'll be like, here we go, reroll. Yeah, hit the banner.
And so eventually I caught him.
Yeah, you can't run forever.
So the trolls basically trolled one of the warbands of elves.
Nice. What, just one troll or all the trolls?
2 of the trolls.
2 of the trolls.
And some goblins that had been scribed on.
Yep, nice.
But Glorfindel went away to the other flank to join Gilgalad and Arrestor.
Ooh.
So he had a really strong
right flank, I'd imagine,
Right.
or left
To
flank.
my right flank.
He was really strong on this side of the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whilst I was strong on the other side.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that's not a flank I'd ever want to come up against.
Yeah, no.
Eristor, Gilgalad on horse, and Glorfindel on horse.
I did send Bert the troll across.
Is he the one that sneezes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he didn't do that well.
If I'm honest, I don't blame him.
He got surrounded by sword elves and got chopped up a bit.
Chopped up.
He didn't
Troll
die
meat.
though.
Didn't
No,
he? Okay.
he survived. So whilst I defeated defeated him on my left flank, he
Yeah.
defeated my right flank, which was the weak goblins.
Yeah.
I think he could have been more aggressive with his heroes.
But did he hold him back then?
Well, he's sort of killing 1 or 2 goblins with them.
Yeah, surely with Gilgalad on horse, you
You
just
can
want
sort
to
of
charge
take
in,
on
wouldn't you?
For anti-heroic combat
Yeah.
as well.
Maybe he didn't want to.
But it worked out for him as
Yeah.
he got lots of kills of goblins.
Yeah.
And
Say to win
escaped the trolls. So yeah, he did well.
to win Lords of Battle with Goblin Town, you've got to get quite.
Yeah.
You've almost got to play another Goblin Town army.
Yeah. I got quite a few kills on
You
the
did?
elves,
Yeah,
but his
He-
heroes escaped and
just killed more.
yeah.
Yeah.
So good game.
Was it high scoring?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it was about 30 to him and 20 to me.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
quite high on both sides.
Yeah, yeah.
Who did I play a game for Lords of Battle? This was Thomas Williams
With his Gondor.
with his Gondor on the board that I played Larry on.
The hill.
The hill board, yeah. Was it? Yeah, it was. Right. You know what? Tangent. I got back that day and I could. The morning felt so far away. It felt like I'd done like a weekend's worth of stuff in about 12 hours. So I'm doing quite well to remember what I am.
Yeah.
So anyway, Thomas Williams, he came to the Unexpected Desolation. He bought the same army again. Exactly the same army. Someone else Baragon the King last time.
Boromir and Faramir.
Boromir, Faramir, Baragons, found some court, Citadel Guard, some basic warriors and some rangers. And a banner. Both started, again, quite close. Boromir was over this side. He had Kirian as well.
Oh, yeah.
He was kind of here, then he had Faramir here, scroll the board along, and then he had Baragond here.
Ranger Faramir? Or
No, Faramir, heavy armour, lance, shield, horse.
all the good stuff.
All the good stuff. And then I had Thrain fighting Faramir and Baragond. I had kind of Thorin fighting Kirian.
Yeah.
And a few dwarves here. And then I had Girion fighting Boromir. Fighting Boromir in the knights, because he had 6 knights, I think it was, with Girion. Girion is a combat beast. 5 turns, 5 knights dead.
Oh, wow.
He only fell when Boromir himself
Got involved.
and was like, "Yeah, you're not going back to Dale." But that was a really good fun game. That was a good fun. Faramir was a pain with his lance. I could never trap him or get close to him. I basically had to slog it out until basically ran out of might, and was able to sneak some dwarves in front of Thrain, because Thrain basically kept getting pulled off.
Yeah.
But once Thrain had Faramir trapped up against the wall, Faramir jam. I think Thrain again went two-handed and just bashed him over there with his hammer.
Nice.
Killed him over a couple of turns. He also killed Baragond. Baragond got knocked over and then Thrain went over and smacked him on the head. What was it? An Erebor dwarf proved how good Bash is by bashing Kirian over. Next turn, Thorin runs into him, does 6 wounds on him, dead Kirian. I mean, it's just my heroes did all right.
Yeah.
You know, my troops died quite quick because he had a lot of, I think it was similar numbers of troops.
Yeah.
And where I was protecting my heroes, I was just throwing my troops in so I could try and kill his heroes. So obviously he outnumbered a lot of my troops quite early on. I think in one turn he killed 12 dudes. I think first turn he killed 12 of my dudes.
Despite just being Gondor.
Despite being Gondor. And 3 or 4, I think he killed 5 Dale in one turn, 5 Dale spearmen.
Yeah.
And then, got a couple of other Erebor dwarfs. But yeah, Kirian and the rest of his warbands I managed to get priority or heroic moved a couple of times against these knights and just absolutely ran through them.
Yeah.
The fight 4 was invaluable. You know, I now know why I don't take knights in my own Gondor army.
Mhm.
You know, when they're not on the charge, even when they had
Yeah.
spear support, they just got cut down. And 2 or 3 turns, I cut them down.
Okay. Yeah.
It was just Boromir and some Citadel guards left. And then Thorin and Boromir duked it out for a little bit. Girion came over. Thorin ran away. Girion got killed. But it started off very much in his favour. You know, killed a lot. But then over the turns, I was able to, you know, to kill all the weak stuff. I killed a lot of his rangers. Killed his heroes. Thrain didn't get touched. I don't think Thrain, apart from against James, I don't think Thrain took a fate point.
Yeah.
I may be wrong. Comment below.
Pretty good.
Message me if you know otherwise. But I don't think he took a fate. You know, he took a fate point. Or if he did, he passed it. Yeah, he was just a beast. He killed the Banner, killed Baragon, killed Faramir. But he was close up until about the halfway point, and then I was able to tie off Boromir with Thorin and the rest of Girion's woman. Man, the Horn of Gondor is annoying when you've just got Courage 3 Dale. All those Dale are on the floor, dead. The Dale are on the floor, dead. So Boromir was quite tanky.
And it was Boromir the leader.
Boromir was leader.
Yeah.
But in Lords of Battle, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I think, did I get a wound in him? I might have got a wound in him, possibly. I don't remember wounding him. I don't think either of our leaders were wounded.
Yeah.
But at the end, basically, Thrain's warband here just was able to
do enough damage.
And basically, I ended up picking him off in the end.
Yeah.
He still had quite, Boromir was still alive. He still had a few, guys scattered around. But it was quite a comprehensive victory to me. I can't remember the VPs. It wasn't high scoring. It was about 25-17, give or take a few. But it was good to get a win.
Yeah.
To be on this game 4 now, isn't it? 2 wins, 2 losses.
Compared to my 1 win.
1 win and 3 losses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now it's competition. Now I'm winning. So yeah, game 4, doing quite well, and Callum beat Damien. Oh, spoilers.
What was Callum's list?
It was Galadrim, I think. I think Galadrim and someone else. Again, I didn't really get much chance to look.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, I know it was elves. So anyway, it was at this point that I noticed one of the waiters setting up the wine bar around the corner. I was like,
what's he doing?
What's he doing? I just checked that we're still on. Cause I think it's about 5:30 at this point. I know we're behind, and I've been telling everyone we've got to keep going.
Yeah.
So it's Callum versus Ed on table 1 for the tournament. Basically, whoever wins wins the tournament. So I say to them, right, you guys will have as long as I can give you.
Yeah.
Everyone else, we'll see how we go. So anyway, I noticed this waiter setting up the wine bar, go and talk to him, blah, blah, blah. It looks like I should be out for 7. And he goes, oh, the woman who's having the party afterwards wants to come in at 6:30. Ooh.
Oh dear.
Oh. I said, no. No, that's not going to happen. There's no way I can play this last game in an hour. Yeah. And he was like, I fully understand that. You know what? Because I think Richard had gone home, the manager, which I was slightly annoyed about. A, because he hadn't said goodbye, and B, he hadn't told me. So anyway, this waiter was very helpful. I can't remember what his name was. But we basically come to a compromise of we could play till 7, or no one would come in till 7, but then the DJ would have to start coming setting up. And would we mind if the 2 ladies would come in and start hanging up balloons? And I was like, that would be fine. I was like, as long as they understand, as long as the DJ tells me where he wants to go, I will, we'll try and clear a space. I remember standing up in the chair going, guys, they want to be out at 6:30. And everyone in unison went, oh no, oh. It was like all the air got sucked out of the room at once. I was like, it's fine. We've got till 7. I just remember Ed looking at me going, but you said we could have. I said, right, Ed, you can have as long as I can give you.
Take your time.
And I think at the end they got an hour and 35. I think we lost about 12 minutes. And I was playing Ben. We'll do mine now because mine's very quick.
Okay.
Basically, because I was under immense stress, I basically said, you know what, you can have the 10-0 win. I was like, I'm not going to get, we'll play, but you're going to have to give me 10, 15 minutes to sort everything out.
Okay.
And Ben was very very gracious and was quite content to wait.
And get a win.
I think in the end I gave him 8-2 because when we actually ended up playing, I think I killed. I was winning, so I was like, well, I'm going to have 2 VPs. I still have my banner. So yeah, that was very stressful, that last game, especially when the DJ started turning up, going, "Well, I need to get in this corner." I'm like, and he was like, "Oh, they said I get in a half." Just don't. I got 3 different times. Just go and sit up in your corner and leave me be. So anyway, before we get onto all of that, game 5 was to the death. You was playing.
I was playing GBHL Jamie.
Oh, should we play? None of us play GBHL Tom. No.
To play the other members.
Yes.
So he has his wood elves and Woses with cheese.
Yes, his tournament winning Woes elves and his axe wielding. That was a lot of cheese there, wasn't there? And no, the Wosies do not chop down trees. They worship trees, Jamie. They would not dare harm the trees.
It didn't make that much difference.
Didn't it?
But
Well, I guess you're fence free, so it makes a difference, does it?
No. And he also had some Galadrin Court. And
Yes. Did he have one with a banner?
Yeah.
A pike bannerman.
And he had Gandalf the Grey mounted, which was a nice model to see.
Yes.
And quite a rare one.
I have it. I have it upstairs. It's primed, waiting for a tournament.
Yeah. So, are we playing on the river board?
Yeah.
Should we demonstrate?
Oh, yeah, the nice river.
Demonstration. River.
Stop fiddling with it. Take it away.
And so the river was about on the halfway mark.
Yeah, I mean, it took ages for me and Craig to get it set up so it kind of dissect the board in half like that. And we finally, because whenever we did it, there would be like this much hanging over the edge. And so I didn't want people going and flipping it off.
Yeah.
But yeah, that board looked nice.
Yeah, it was interesting to play on a river. So I could just deploy halfway across the river with my goblins.
Nice.
They just about fit on
Yeah.
halfway across. And his wood elves were all on the opposite side.
Yeah.
I think I got first turn, so I could move off the river and towards the dry land where the elves were in their battle line.
Yes. Was your pin cushioned?
Not too bad.
No?
Actually.
It's good. It's always good when the elves fail.
And Legolas was on the side, and I managed to scribe in some goblins.
Nice.
And distract Legolas with them.
Because Legolas is was Legolas his leader? Or was Gandalf his leader?
I can't remember.
It's usually Legolas with a cloak.
Yeah.
Jamie likes to go and hide him in a tree somewhere and just auto hit you.
There's a mounted Legolas.
Oh, mounted Legolas.
Yeah.
Did he have mounted Legolas? Again, didn't notice.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. And he gave me his army list, which is... You didn't need to do that.
And I used my trolls to flank his battle line.
Nice. Did it work?
It worked quite well, and I threw lots of elves.
Nice.
Elves, which
Yeah, because I guess he was killing quite a few, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Needing 4s.
Yeah, so it's pretty good. And also the Witch King was quite useful because he's got Break Staff.
Ah, nice.
So
Did he?
It's on a 4+, so I kept throwing it, but Jamie resisted, but obviously used up a couple of will points each time. So that sort of neutralised Gandalf. And Gandalf was having a bad day.
Was he? Was he not feeling very magical?
Yeah, and he also fell off his horse and hurt himself at one point. So.
May I ask how he fell off his horse? Would you like to share this story with the class?
An elf was thrown towards Gandalf.
Nice. And knocked him over.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking he'd jumped over a barrier and then rolled a 1 and face planted on the floor.
So apparently Jamie was reporting that Gandalf was having a bad day. So I think I made it worse by knocking him off his horse.
Throwing him off his horse.
And well, towards the end of the game, we were sort of both trying to kill each other's leader.
Yeah.
And my leader was the Witch King, who was sort of hiding in the back.
So it was Witch King versus Legolas.
Yeah, and Legolas decided to heroic move into the Witch King,
Yeah.
but it was a bit of a mistake because I got 2 of my trolls
Oh.
to counter.
Oh, that's not good.
So Will and Tom attacked Legolas.
Legolas smush.
Well, interestingly,
Oh.
he was very much smush
Ah, okay.
because I used the special attack from William, which is the grind them into.
Okay.
Crush them into jelly or something.
Is he the leader one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've got
Mince them. It's called mince them fine.
And what does that do?
So you add you roll a dice and add your strength,
Yeah.
and the opponent does the same.
Yeah.
So obviously William gets +7 compared to Legolas +4.
Oh.
And I think I rolled I did 6 wounds to Legolas with this special attack.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, what? So you both roll off, and then it's the difference
Yeah.
between how many wounds are done.
But you add your strength, so.
So you potentially do get a score of 13. 6 plus 7.
9 at best.
9 at best. Yeah.
I got 6 or 7. So
Wow.
Legolas got
I've never.
squashed.
You know, I don't tend to use the Trolls brutal power attacks
Yeah.
just because the other ones are squash. I've used squash them into jelly.
Yeah, you think throw and rend are the best ones,
But I
but
suppose if you can do an automatic 6 wounds to Legolas.
yeah,
So yeah, Legolas was minced
the other
fine.
ones can be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was good to try out.
And it worked.
Yeah.
I'll be wary of that now.
Yeah. So I got I think it was a narrow win.
A narrow win. So what was that? 2 wins, 3 losses?
Yeah.
So same as last time.
Same as last time.
So yeah, I mean everyone was quite good at the end. I kind of motioned Craig to, as if people were only using like half the board, to go and start taking the other half.
Yeah. To pack away.
So we very slowly, from about 1:45 onwards, we started packing away. And I think Jamie asked, well, how long we had left, and I said, if I say however long it was, basically to finish at 7, would that be all right? And he was like, yeah, that's fine. So a big thank you to everyone who, almost without being asked, just finished at 7 and packed away. And at the end, by the end of it, it was just Callum and Ed playing on table 1. But yeah, obviously at 7 o'clock we had the DJ coming through, having a bit of a moan.
What was it, for a 40th birthday?
It was for a 40th birthday, yeah. So usually when we do it on a Sunday, we don't have this issue because who has a party on a Sunday? And I think the words "can we have it all day" was a bit ambiguous, and they didn't see. I saw all day as for the entire time I wanted it. They saw all day as not the evening. But they had saved us the spot we'd eaten downstairs.
Yeah.
And
for the prizes.
For the prizes, but yeah, so all packed up. Everyone, ferried everything downstairs. Obviously, I couldn't do. I had no idea how my car had been filled up. I got in and there was just stuff everywhere. I was just like, I can't even see out my mirrors. So yeah, that was good. Callum and Ed finished about 1:15, obviously 12 minutes early. It got to the point where everything had been packed away. It was literally myself, Callum and Ed in the middle of the hall, basically having a rave.
With the DJ.
Because the DJ was testing out his music and had all his lights going, all flashing about. These ever so slightly tipsy women, because they've been drinking champagne and prosciutto for about half an hour, wandering around, sticking up photos. And I basically made the call to end the game there. It didn't look like much was happening. I said, right, end of this turn, finish it. You've had an hour and 30, hour and 35, however long it was. I can't remember the exact details. Let's get it all packed away, tell me the result, and we'll go downstairs. I know Ed wasn't too happy. But, I explained to it, it's out of my control, We knew this last one was going to be tight. Here's a rock, here's a hard place, here's my head. We couldn't have gone on much longer. And, thankfully the two ladies were very, very understanding. And they were like, yeah, it's fine, we're just going to pot around. Yeah. So anyway, we set that up. I got the result, which was a draw. 0-0 draw.
Boring.
Yeah. I don't know what happened in the game. I wasn't really watching it, so I won't comment on that. So yeah, the upshot was that the draw was enough to give Callum the win. He went undefeated. So well done, Callum. Give him a round of applause. You're the champion of Mid Sussex.
Yeah.
A worthy winner.
Yeah.
It's a shame he doesn't come to more because he'd probably be quite high up in the league. He's always come.
He must be top 10 now.
Yeah, he's 6th in the league now. But he's always come top 5 at East Grinstead.
Yeah.
Which is quite good considering that we have quite a few good players.
I played it once.
Yeah, I've played Callum a few times. Have I? Yeah, I played him once or twice. So yeah, awards. Actually, this will be going up before the GBHL one.
Ooh.
So spoilers, but it's my tournament, and I don't care. In all honesty, and plus, if you've watched Camille's video, I don't think you put it on the GBHL page.
No,
you put it on the Mid Sussex page. I'll have to ask him if we can share it. So anyway, last place was more hotly contested than first place.
Yeah.
There was about 4 people going for it, which was Tom Macklin, Larry, Camille, and Kieran.
Yeah.
And Tom Macklin won it. He had an all-hero mounted list. The only model I know he had was Arwen, because he borrowed it off me.
I think it was the Elf.
He had Arwen, the Elf Twins, and
maybe
Gandalf. I know he had Gandalf, I think. So yeah, he come last. He got the Smaug treasure pouch, a coin, and he will get, when they arrive, 2 dice. Or an extra dice. A word on those dice while we're on them.
Yeah.
The stupid postman decided to deliver twice to my house today. Once when I was here with no dice, and then once I gone, he's not bringing them. I'll go out and dog walk. He then decided to try and deliver the dice. So yeah, they will be coming to a tournament near you soon. Everyone who attended gets one, and everyone who won a prize gets an extra one.
And they are Mid Sussex.
And they are Mid Sussex branded dice. They are like the One Ring dice. So they are blue with gold spots, but the picture will be on the 1, not on the 6. So yeah, hopefully I should have those on Monday. I am looking forward to getting them.
Yeah.
And I might have to place an order for next year's dice now.
Then they might get.
So that I might get them. No, I emailed the company Monday, Tuesday, and basically they'd had a big rush of orders, and their laser machine had broken down. So there'd been a massive backlog.
So they're giving you a discount?
No, I should have asked for one actually. So I was promised them by the end of the week. So the postman's let me down. But yeah, I should have them. So yeah, I'll start giving them out at Mansfield and whatnot, and if I see you all. And the others will be on sale, because obviously I've got some spare details to be revealed.
Yeah.
Once we've decided them after we filmed this video. So yeah, last place. A round of applause for Thomas Macklin. He seemed quite chuffed.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone so happy to come last. Warg Slayer, which was whoever killed the most wargs in Warg Nation, who got a wild warg chieftain and an extra dice, was Chris Dan. More done.
New player?
New player.
So well done.
Yes, he killed 24 wargs.
That's very impressive.
It's impressive. I don't think I killed 22 in an hour and 40. And I know when I played Lewis once, we went on for 2 hours and he killed 30.
Wow.
But that's 2 hours, so if you take those 15 minutes off, So that's a considerable amount of wargs.
Almost the record.
Almost the record amount of wargs. And I know Ben Kluwer was quite annoyed because he got 23.
Yeah.
And he failed to kill him in the last turn. I'm not quite sure what I'd done if it had been a draw. You can have the dead man and a leg, and you can have the warg body. So yeah, well done to him. We also had Best Painted, which was an absolute landslide.
Yeah.
I sent Craig round in one of the games, and after 5 people, he was like, "Can we just give it to him now?" Because 90% of people voted for James Baldwin's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Goblin Town army, which was it was a Goblin Town themed army, but it was Moria. So he had Goblin Town Gundabad Black Shields, he had Goblin Town Marauders, Goblin Town Shamans. He converted the leader troll
Will.
Will, to look like a Gundabad. So he had a shield and a spear.
Yeah.
No, Laura Haley's not in here. God, 3 interruptions now.
Oh dear.
Oh man. Oh well. I think he got 12 votes out of 22 people. Someone did vote for my army. Thank you for whoever that was. I don't know who it was. It wasn't me. I was quite pleased when Craig came back and went, someone voted for you. Yay!
Your banner's nice.
Yes.
Dwarf banner.
My cheesy banner with banner, spear and shield.
Yeah.
So yeah, well done. Big round of applause to James for that army. I look forward to actually having a proper look at that.
Yeah.
And he said it wasn't even finished.
Ah.
He basically rushed it to get it
He's
done.
got his paintings. Well,
Yes, I'm not even going to try and say it. It's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to say it. Search James Baldwin on Facebook.
Yeah.
He posts a lot on the YouTube channel. Murtaugh on the One Ring. He puts a lot of his stuff up on there. Most sporting was Alex Bennett.
Hey.
Well done. One of our club members.
Mid-Sussex members.
One of our Mid-Sussex members, yep. Very good. To be fair, there's a lot of people who got, there was about 6 or 7 people that got 2 votes.
Oh.
So, thank you to all for being so sporting.
Yeah.
And he was the White Knight of Mid-Sussex.
Yeah.
And then he also got the Dark Lord of Mid-Sussex. He came 3rd.
Yeah.
He got smashed by Callum, but then won every single game.
And
So
he's the best
evil player. Yeah, well done. You are the Dark Lord of Mid-Sussex. He got a Red Eye of Sauron pin to go with his Angmar force.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to look at that again. I know he had Burder,
He had the Watcher in the Water.
and he had Watcher in the Water as well. Yes.
And some spectres, I guess.
Yeah. We'll have to ask him when we next see him. But yeah, very well done to you, sir. Best good player was GBTO James. It was Rohan.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done to both of us.
Well done for beating us.
Yes. Yeah, that was tactical. We let you have that. He got a White Tree Ministry of Magnet, which in foresight I should probably got a Rohan one, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
But didn't want to rig it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he got best good. Damien O'Byrne come second. Well done. Hard fought second place that was. He got an entire pouch of Smaug's treasure, which he seemed quite happy about. I know he wanted the dagger. He really wanted the dagger. Because I post basically, he still claims I owe him one. Because for an unexpected desolation on the event page, I posted a picture of Tariel's dagger as a teaser, and then decided I wasn't going to do that as a prize. And he
won that one.
And he won that one. So he says, "Well, you owe me a dagger."
Yeah.
And obviously Callum Eden's come first. Well done.
Very well done.
Very well done. He got Tariel's dagger, which he then posted a picture on Facebook of it proudly in his display case,
nice.
which Damien didn't like. So yeah, that was our tournament.
Yeah.
It was a very, very long day. I remember sitting down just before the awards ceremony and just like going,
ready to fall asleep.
oh no, not that. I had so much adrenaline,
Yeah.
but it was just, I can breathe.
It was
It's
a
over.
success though.
Yeah, well, it was a great success.
Yeah.
It was a good end to the trilogy of tournaments.
Best events.
The best events. Well, no, we had the best event part 1, which who won that? I think Damien might have won that. Shall I have a quick look? Phil. I'll have a quick look on my iPad here. So yeah, we had the best event ever in March, which Joe helped me run, which was the Birth of Organisation.
Mm-hmm.
We had an unexpected desolation in June, which was an off the cuff tournament. Basically, I saw that there was 2 weeks free and no Southern tournament, basically between our two. Where's it gone? So I quickly was like, why not? I'll run an unexpected one, which was good. And obviously Damien won that one. Yes, we can't have won the first one.
No. Ed won the first one, didn't he?
Did Ed win the first one? No. I think Jamie won the first one.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because the first prize was Orcrist.
Oh, that'll be good.
And if you've read SBG, I'm pretty sure he won first prize.
Oh.
Grinstead won. Jamie Giblin, yes. Yeah. So hang on. So Jamie won Best Event Ever Part 1. I'm just give him a round of applause. Well done. Who won? Grinstead 2. Damien won the second one. Well done. Unlucky. Maybe next year you'll get a dagger. And obviously, as we know, Callum won the third one. So yeah, it's been a good 3 tournaments. We had 66 players over 3 tournaments, which is pretty good. Sold out all 3 tournaments, which I know we're not the biggest venue, but still, you know,
full.
Maybe possibly next year I may put in another table because there was space for one more.
Yeah.
Keeping your ears open and eyes open around January for rules packs and dates. I've got the dates I'd like in mind, but I can't book them with the pub till next year.
Okay.
One of the events will be a 2-dayer, hopefully.
Oh, nice.
Cross fingers, touch wood. And hopefully there won't be a party on Saturday evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think, you know, from a TO's perspective, I think it all went well. There wasn't, you know, too many tough rules disputes or many arguments, which is always handy. It's always nice when people just get on and play, or sort it out amongst themselves. So yeah. How did you find it as a player?
I thought it ran very well.
Obviously, having the shorter time.
Yeah.
Did you find it made a difference? And I mean, I know a lot of the games that went to time probably would have still gone to time. Do you feel any of the games that were shorter, would you have won had they gone on, say, an hour and 45?
Another turn.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So
maybe on a couple of them. But
yeah.
I think when you start, you know.
I guess if you always think, oh, I've had an extra turn, you would have won. But then
it was good. Everyone played fairly quickly.
Why are you playing with
Spider?
You're hopeless. So yeah, I think, you know, and he can't watch it, but I'm going to give a round of applause to Craig. He was very helpful. he was a super loyal minion throughout that day. Mm-hmm. You know, he played a couple of turns if I had to run off and do something, or you know, he was dealing with the food and getting drinks. So
taking votes and things.
Taking votes, yeah. Massive thanks to you, Craig. You're a star. Look forward to running another one with you. And yeah, I think
look forward to the next.
I look forward to the next one. The next GBHL event is at Mansfield in 2 weeks, 1st and 2nd of November, at Slayer Games. I don't know if there's still tickets available. You might have to call them, search them on Facebook. I will be there. Are you there? No time.
No, sorry.
So maybe there won't be a tournament review for the next one.
Well, I can ask you how it was.
Yeah, you can't just have a one-man video.
No.
One-man videos don't work. Do they, James? Yeah, I went there. So yeah, and then we've got that one, and then there's Stirling, which I doubt I'll go to. I know a couple of
quite far.
It is quite far, but I know a couple of people looking at it. I've got a gig on the Sunday. Oh. If I can make it work, then possibly go. And then
travelling.
It will be serious travelling. I guess it depends on how much money I've got. How much it's going to cost. Yeah. Unlikely I'll be at Stirling. And then the league finale, which James has just released all the crazy custom scenarios for, which should be fun. Yeah. Will you go to that?
I will.
You will? Oh, he comes to the league finale?
I'm going to commit to
he said it live on camera?
Yeah.
Right, we'll have to...
plan.
Yes, that's a bombshell. I didn't think you'd come. Hooray! Right, we'll have to figure out travel arrangements and stuff. And on that bombshell...
Good night.
Good evening. Thank you all again. Happy strategy. No, you can go first.
Support your hobby.
And happy strategy battle gaming. Oops.